Pretty simple there. So we got about 9 seconds, guys. We're gonna set. So art supplies today, real quick. Before we get started, we just need markers and paper. That's it, guys. You just need your markers and paper. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit that like and share button. That's huge for me. Helps us get this thing going. Now let's get this show started. Let's go now.
Oh, hey, friend. It's so good to see you again. There's no one like you. You can do anything you put your mind to. Just the thing we thought you should know. Are you ready? Because here we go. It's time for Wonder Friends Show. Yeah, right.
What's happening, everybody? So good to see you again. So we will definitely put some of these characters on our list of things to draw. So guys, here is the situation. It's Thursday. I know I promised you that we were going to interview my cat. Here's the problem. I had a technical difficulty and I did not get it done in time. So I promise you next Thursday we'll be interviewing my cat Zoe. We had technical difficulties. I tried and I ran out of time, and that's just what happened. So things like that happen. You roll with the punches and you just kind of say, okay, well, that's the way it is. So my name is Jason Tharp. I am an author and illustrator. I make up stories. It's the coolest job ever. And if you want to find out more about my stuff, you can always go to Wonderville Studios and check that out. You can also find me on YouTube, where I have lots of drawing videos and all that good stuff like that too. And then we also have a ton of free stuff as well on the website. If you haven't already been there, make sure you go there and check it out. And one other thing in the news is on tomorrow, Friday, at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am going to be on Macmillan Kids. I believe you could find it on at Macmillan Children's Books or at Mac Kids. And you can find that on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, where I'll be there doing a little bit of reading of the book, and we'll be drawing Cornelius as well. Today, guys, art supply wise, what you're gonna need is just some paper and markers. We're gonna keep it nice and simple. It's Thursday, it's Things with Tails Thursday, and I have 2 things that we're gonna draw. We're gonna do 2 art projects per episode now. First thing we're gonna draw is we're gonna draw a pig. I've had a lot of people ask about drawing a pig. We're gonna draw a pig. The second thing we're gonna do is we're going to draw a popsicle. The second thing was going to be something that does not have a tail, and I think that's what's kind of fun about it, right? And don't forget, guys, that you make sure that when you get done with your pictures, you post them on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. Use that hashtag WonderFriends so I can find them. And if you got some jokes that you want to send my way, send them my way too, because Monday we are telling jokes, and that'll be fun. I should totally tell a joke, but I don't know where my joke sheet is for today, since I forgot the interview of my cat. You guys want to see though, like this? I'll show you a sneak peek of what the graphic looks like. So check this out. This is going to be called Kitty Corner, where we're going to be interviewing Zoe, my cat. So we're going to do that on Thursdays. I think it'll be fun. She's got a tail, so it makes sense, right? Things with Tails Thursday should make sense. Did you guys go ahead and already grab your time capsule yet? If you haven't yet, make sure you head over there and get that too. Okay, that's enough talking. I think it's time to start drawing. So let's draw. Get your markers and paper set. And let's get ready to have some fun here. Let me switch over to this guy, all right? Now, what we do here is we do what we call a mindful minute, right? We like to get ready to create, and how we do that is we just get warmed up a little bit. We get warmed up in our brain and get ready to create something. And how we do that is we just take a big, deep breath. And then you could say this out loud or to yourself. You say, I am smart. I do matter. I am me, and I am super fantastic. Those are things that you say to yourself sometimes when you feel a little down, you feel a little stuck, or maybe you think that you're not so great and you need a couple of reminders. Those are great ways to do that. And guys, I got to tell you, if you feel that way, if you ever feel like that there is something wrong with you because you feel stuck, feeling sad, or maybe something that you feel is off or whatever, I don't want you to think that there's something wrong with you. That's completely normal. Everybody goes through times where they feel like something's off, right? And if you ever feel like something's off and stuck, maybe look for somebody to talk to. There's plenty of adults around that care a lot about you, that are willing to help, listen, they're part of your lives, and are looking out for you. So don't be afraid to look for those people because they are there, I promise you. And how we get warmed up here is we stretch our fingers. Let's get our fingers loose and limber. Let's do some finger push-ups. Finger push-ups, finger push-ups, finger push-ups, and stretch those hands. See how far you can stretch your hands. Can you see if you can like stretch it so you can really feel it? Oh, I feel much better now. All right, so how we do this is we do a scribble doodle, and a scribble doodle is very simple. You are going to scribble, all right, and you're going to make one that's different than mine. You're just going to do a scribble, just like that. Now, on my side, what I do is I spin that scribble, and whatever way it lands, I draw from. You do not have to spin it if you don't want. If you want to, go for it. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a doodle together. You're going to work on yours while I'm working on mine. There's no rules for this. Instead of looking at what it is, look at what it could be. Could you turn it into something just by looking at it? This is a great way to warm up your brain and get it ready to create something. What's up, Vivi? Good to see you. And so, Libby, we will do a unicorn. You know what? I'm going to turn this into a unicorn. Check this out. So I'm going to draw a shape like that anywhere. You guys do feel free. You work with yours while I'm working on mine. We're just doing a quick one. This should not take very long at all. These are just a way for us to get our brains ready to create something fun without a lot of thought behind it. It's just a great way to just be creative and see if you can make something out of nothing, right? That's the whole goal of this thing. I'm going to put a tail right there. And, you know, and let's put a heart. There's a heart on that one. And then there's some magic sparkles around it. So that little scribble turned into a unicorn, right? Does it look perfect? No. Does it look like a unicorn always does? No. Does that matter? No. The point we were trying to do is we were just trying to make something from nothing. So that's what we're doing. That's the scribble doodle. That is a great way to just get warmed up. And I can't believe it. Did I really kill another marker already? Like this marker looked like it was going. It is crashing too. I think we need to. I think it's time. Doon, doon, doon. It's joined the ranks of the zombie marker crowd. Look at, I have like, I'm gonna make like a video. Ready? One night, there was an attack of the zombie markers, and they were coming to get you. Oh, no. Oh, okay. That didn't work out so good, but I had fun doing it. So I have to find another marker now. I have one in the bottom, of course. It's in the bottom of my container. Why wouldn't it be? All right, there we go. Now we're up and running. So what we are going to do is we are going to make a pig today. And just so you know, a pig can be a bunch of different shapes. So if you are already drawn a pig, you can totally just draw a pig with me, or you can follow along with me. We're going to make a pig that's going to be really simple to draw. And I would like you, in the right-hand side here, just make almost a square, but leave one side completely open, okay? And down on this part, I want you to draw a shape that comes around just like that. It's just a shape that comes around just like so. And on the front side of this, we're going to draw a line straight down. Raven wants a pig, like a potbelly pig. Those would be kind of fun. And I want you to put some upside down V's on top, right? Those are also those A's that don't have the lines across, right? And where we stop here, I want to draw another line down there, just a little tiny one. And we're going to kind of do the same over here. All right. Now, a pig, last time I looked, has 4 legs. And what we're going to do is we're going to draw 2 lines down like this and 2 lines down just like that. You know, to connect those, I want you just to draw like a little up and down, okay? So they have like a little spiky kind of thing, right? And that's kind of like what pigs do. And if you want, you can totally see how mine don't have like the connector there. I can go back and fix that, right? You can fix that with your marker and get it nice and smooth if you want. And let's draw from that line to this line. I want you to draw a line straight across there. Now remember, they have 4 legs, but we want those back legs to be behind. And how we're going to do that is we are going to draw a line just like that, right? And then on the front side, I want it just like that. Okay. Now let's cover in those bottom ones. Let's just draw lines across and fill those in, just like so. So now we have these bottom parts that are there. And if you need to like go in and smooth out any of your lines, you can do that. That's what's kind of cool about this stuff is you can do all of those things. Now for the nostrils, I want you to just to make some ovals, right? And those are just like the letter 0, not the letter 0, the number 0. I think I did that yesterday too. And we're going to color those in just like so. Okay, now here's what I want you to have some fun. I want you to draw some eyes on this pig. And I want you just to kind of put those eyes anywhere you want. Like you can kind of put them big or small. I'm going to do 2 that are kind of like right here, okay? But what I think I'm going to do on my pig is I think I'm going to give my pig some glasses. And I'm going to draw them just like so. Like this pig is has some glasses, because why not, right? And then I'm going to draw inside there 2 little filled in spots just like this. And I'm going to put some eyebrows on there. And the eyebrows are just these little rectangles, right? They just go right up on top there. You can put them any way you want. Like if you want your pig to be super happy, the eyebrows are going to be up. If you want them to be mad, you can put them at an angle, right? You can kind of have a lot of fun with that. Now, to draw a smile on our pig's face. Now, remember, the pig's snout is like our nose, so the smile would come down here, right? So we got to put that line right down there and just kind of draw it up, just like that. Now, if you want, you can put some like little dots on your pig. Like maybe your pig has some spots, right? You can put a couple spots back here. These are called all like cool little things that you can color in later. And you can put on a couple hairs maybe on top of its head. And remember, it is Things with Tails Thursday. So we got to draw a tail on it, right? Pigs have a tail. And I think they have like a little thing on the end so they can swat some bugs or different things like that. She wants a lion too, yeah. I think the lion would eat your pig. And then what we're going to draw is a line to show the ground down here, right? And we can put a couple little hairs, or not hairs, this is grass. The grass would be hanging out there, right? And let's put some little things down here, like dirt, right? What do pigs like to like hang out in, right? They like to hang out in mud. You can kind of do that kind of stuff. Like you can say that this is all muddy stuff right here, right? You can give it that kind of shape and you'll be able to color that later, like brown or something like that. Let's see, we can draw some like clouds. Draw some clouds around your pig. What do you think that you should name your pig? Does your pig have a name? Is there a name that you would like to name your pig? He could be like Oinky. Like this guy could be, because he's a super smart pig. So who would be a very smart pig? He could be like Albert Oinkstein. And he's like, a super smart pig that he's figured out how to make more mud than any other pig. That's how smart he is. So let's see, let's draw some other stuff in here. We can put a barn kind of in the background, right? You can put a barn shape back there. You can do all kinds of stuff around your pig to kind of make it look like it's in some sort of pig land, right? You can draw like little like characters all over. You can put like a little, if you want, we can put a butterfly maybe is hanging out on our pig's back. Like they're buddies. Like, and you can come up with a whole story for that. Like why would the pig hang out with a butterfly? I don't know. Why not, right? you're going to name your pig Raw Bacon. That's a good name for a pig. That sounds like a band. That'd be like a band name for a pig. Like, welcome to the stage, Raw Bacon. You can have like a cool like pig band called Raw Bacon. That would be kind of fun. So yeah, all this different stuff you can add to around your pig, and it kind of like brings it to life, and it starts to tell a narrative to it. So you can do all this kind of stuff when you're making these different characters, because this is your characters to make. So you can do all those different things like this. And I think that I'm going to assign mine, and I'm going to set it aside so we can draw the next thing and create something new and different and fun, right? So I got that. I'm going to come back and I'll show you some drawings for that. And let's take a pause for our wonder word while you get your next piece of paper ready. So our wonder word today is curious. And curious means like when you're wondering about something and you want to try it, right? Maybe it's something new and you don't know how to do it, and you're kind of thinking maybe I might like it. That's being curious. Or you wonder if, right? You wonder if I would like that or something. That's what curious means. So curious, why is that an important question? Well, the word curious is awesome because without curiosity, you don't try new things, right? Just wondering about like what would happen if you did this or that. How many of you have ever wondered about something and you didn't know that you would like it, and then you tried it and you found it to be so cool, right? Because you were curious. Those are what are important things, because as we grow and as we get bigger, you're going to be curious about more things. And sometimes you want to not be so curious because you're afraid that you're going to take up too much time, or people are pushing you to not spend so much time doing this or that or whatever, or hurry up, we got all these things to do. But that curiosity is the magic that's going to open up all kinds of things for you. If you can grow up and stay curious, you're going to find that you're going to get to do all kinds of cool things because you're willing to try some things other people won't. So that is why curious is a great thing to do. So all right, so the next thing we're going to draw is a popsicle. All right, why a popsicle? Why not, right? That's really pretty much what it comes down to. Now, remember, today is things with tails, and popsicles do not have tails, except for on days when it's things with tails. So we're going to draw a very cool, no pun intended, popsicle. And how we're going to do that, I want you just to draw a big arch U, okay? And then I want you to make another one to close that off. And then I want you down here just to make another skinny arch U. Now, I get that's a popsicle already, right? I get that you would see that. I get that you would be like, but why do I need to do more? Well, you need to do more because we're making a crazy popsicle that doesn't exist. And guys, if you haven't done it yet, make sure that you click that like button and then you share it for me. These are great ways for us to make sure everybody is able to find this stuff. So if you could help me out, that would be a huge, huge help. I'm going to put some dots on this. That way everybody kind of knows it's the stick of my popsicle. You can totally do that. And let's turn this into a monster popsicle. I'm going to put some spikes on this thing, right? And then I'm going to put a big old tail because it is things with tails. I'm going to draw a tail down here, right? And then let's put some spikes. Just like that. Now, this is a pretty cool popsicle so far, all right? I'm going to put, I like those kinds that have those like different flavors. So I'm going to put like a stripe right here. So that way it can kind of be like this popsicle has two different flavors to it. And then I'm going to put some like fun horns on it because why not? Fun horns. All those are just like little bent shapes, just like this. Bent shapes. I know you guys got that. You got that right. And then let's put the number 11 right between there. right? Because apparently when somebody made this popsicle, they got 2 hairs in it. And then I'm going to put a couple different lines here that makes this like different flavors, right? This could be like a Willy Wonka from like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory kind of popsicle where it's got this like really cool flavor to it. Let's put a couple bubblegum eyeballs on it. And those bubblegum eyeballs just happen to have actual eyeballs on it. So those bubblegum eyeballs are just hanging out there right now. Does that monster not look very shocked and scared? I think it's kind of funny. And then let's put on a big smile that goes all the way down just like that. And let's bring it all the way back like this. And those would have like jelly bean teeth in there, like 2, 4 jelly bean teeth that are kind of hanging out in there. And then if you want, I mean, I don't know if we should, but you can, if you want, put it inside of the mouth. But since it's a popsicle, I probably wouldn't have it inside of the mouth. But it would have 2 arms that would come down like this. So I'm going to draw like a little shape like that. And I'm just going to draw a shape like that. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Just like that. All right? Now, I think that it would be kind of fun if this popsicle had another jelly bean button maybe on the shirt part of the character. And then we had some, this could be like, you know what this could be? Like it could be dipped in something. Like the top part is dipped in a different flavor. That's kind of cool, right? And let's put some like snowflakes kind of thing around it because like, you know, it's a popsicle. It's cold. And it's like, let's see, let's draw another little shape on this side so it gives my. You guys want to know a secret? When I get into a drawing, it's really hard not to keep talking because I kind of get into it. And just like you guys, I'm sure when you're making these things, you kind of get sucked into it and you lose track of what you're doing. Same thing happens for me. I start drawing these things and I get really excited about doing it and it's fun and I'll get sucked into it. And then I'm like, oh yeah, I need to talk because you guys are watching the show of what I'm doing here and I need to make sure that I'm talking to you. So, so there we go. We got our popsicle. You can put little dots around here. If you want to put like little, let's say that this was dipped in something. Let's put little sprinkles, right? Little sprinkles around the top part. And I'm going to go ahead and put my name on this. And let's color for a second. And while we're coloring, let's come up with a name for a monster popsicle. I got a good name for it. I think like Monster Pops is a kind of a fun name. Let's see, I'm going to pull out some colors here that would be fun to color this. Let's get some Monster Pops. We can call them Sugar Growls. That might be a fun name for them. What do you guys think? You got any names? You guys got any names that might be a good name for these monster like popsicles? So as you color yours in, remember you can make them all different colors, right? You can really get creative with it. You don't have to feel like you're stuck with just a certain amount of colors. You can layer colors. I don't know if you know that or not. If you're using markers like I do, just remember back on things like, you know, what the color wheel does. Like if you've learned about that in school already, like the color wheel, like if you have like, let's say red, right? And then you put blue on top of it, it makes a different color. Poop the popsicle. And you put a different color on top of it. If you look at that, what color does it make when there's crisscross, right? It's purple, right? So yellow and blue. What happens when you crisscross those guys? So I want you to think that you're limited to just certain colors when you're working on this stuff. You're limited to really however way you want to work with it. You can make different colors by layering it. So yellow and blue make green. So there's some ways to do it if you're limited on your colors. Plus, look how cool it looks, right? When it overlaps and things like that. Those are a lot of fun things that you can do. So we can go ahead and finish coloring these guys in. You can do all the different stuff that you want to do with it. I think I'm going to need to get another blue highlighter because my blue highlighter is starting to not be so blue anymore. It's gonna join the zombie marker clan that I have going on. Like zombie markers everywhere. They're gonna take over my studio. And we just color these in, all that stuff like that. So guys, just remember, I just really want to make sure that we're all aware of this stuff. When we're doing this coloring and stuff like this, there are no limits to the stuff that you can do. You can color these things any way that you want. There's no rules. Just because I do it a certain way doesn't mean that you have to do it the exact same way I do. I want you to go ahead and feel comfortable in making yours your own. That's the beauty of all this stuff. Is really, I'm just kind of introducing you to an idea, and then I want you to run with it, and I want you to make your version of whatever it is that we're doing. That's the fun part of all this stuff, is it could be anything. There is no limits to how creative you want to get. The beauty about being creative is it's between you and the piece of paper. There's nobody else that's going to tell you what's right or wrong about it. So as we're starting to wrap up, guys, just do me a huge favor and just share this stuff. If you like these videos that we're doing, if you could take a second and share those are great ways that helps us relate to other people, invites other friends to come along in the journey and create with us. Because the more people that we have creating, the more fun that we get to have. All that good stuff like that. And if you do have a photo of yours when you're finished, make sure that you use the hashtag WonderFriends so I can find it. I want to see all those cool things that you're doing. And you can always put them in the comments as well. And in the comments, we will, we're going to start probably doing another giveaway here soon. But we just got to get some more pictures in the comments and all that stuff like that. I want to make sure that we're getting people that are wanting to participate in the giveaways and everything. So if you want, you can start doing that, things like that. So I'm going to finish drawing or coloring mine in and posting it later because this was really fun. I hope that you guys had a lot of fun doing this one also. Let me back up here, switch over this camera. So you could make monster popsicles. So it's true. Things with tails can include popsicles. That's what's kind of fun, guys. So remember, your creativity is only limited to how much that you want it to be. You can make a project out of anything. I'm working on a new book right now that's really far out there creative. It's kind of goofy and it's silly, but it still works. So if somebody tells you those things aren't real, they don't exist, you can totally make them up because guess what? You're the artist. You get to do it. You're the artist of the life that you want to create. That's kind of cool, right? So I just want to remind everybody about the importance of being the unicorn, right? So what do I mean by be the unicorn? What I mean by that is that you are one of a kind. You are limited edition, you're special. There are another one of you ever. So anytime you feel like there's nothing cool about you, understand that there's everything cool about you. You are you, right? There's not another you. There won't be another you. That you get to bring all your magic on the world just by being you. That is amazing. So anytime you ever feel like there's nothing special about you, I just want you to remember that you are a unicorn. And be the unicorn, because the key to happiness is embracing your unicorniness. So make sure that you remember that you can sprinkle your magic on somebody else's day simply by being you. So maybe if it's not raining where you're at, you can totally take your pictures and then give them to somebody. You can leave them on the neighbor's porch. You can send them to your grandma or grandpa. You can mail them to a friend that you haven't seen. There are all kinds of ways that you can do things for other people. Here's the cool part. When you do something nice for somebody else, you feel really cool about it yourself. If there are any books of mine that you guys would like to check out, you can do that. They're all on Amazon. You can also find them on my website. I got a lot of those up there as well. And don't forget to go grab all that free stuff, right? If you haven't already, get all the free stuff there. They are all there for it. What's going on, Panama? Thank you so much for checking it out. Guys, once again, I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for your time. Go out there, be the unicorn. Have a wonderful day. And I will see you guys tomorrow at 2 for Fantastically Fun Fridays, where we're just going to draw lots of stuff. We're going to talk. We're going to hang out. We're going to have fun. We're going to create some stuff. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.